Neil Sean, he recently made a video commenting on Prince Harry, all of a sudden finding out the debacle, quote unquote, that's what he calls. But I think the better term would be disaster. But this is nevertheless, he said that this whole situation, when it is being unfolded, Prince Harry right now is seeing a complete failure on Meghan's part, and that is creating some big problem for him. Even though he is a prince and never had to deal with money matters because it was all taken care of, right now he's worried. Right now he's involved, and things are just getting worse for him and also for Meghan Markle. I want to actually share this In Touch magazine's article first before we talk more about this, how Harry hit the roof and how the relationship is tumbling. And I have mentioned about this particular point many times in the past, that the lifestyle they have, Meghan and Harry, it is unbearable. At least for the time being, for the short term, they were able to demonstrate financial strength, maybe because of the money they got for free from the families, and by making fake claims, selling books, all the nonsense garbage they put in that to make sales, to increase revenue and all that. For the short term, people bought those books and those lies, and we all know that. But now, because of this continuous high expensive lifestyle that Meghan is maintaining, now they're seeing that this whole company or brand, if they want to call this Meghan and Harry's brand, they're going to be collapsing big time. In fact, right now, Harry is so worried that American Riviera, because of that product launch, those jellies and dog biscuits, the brand and Meghan Markle and American Riviera and all of it associated with them will go bankrupt, and they will be kicked out from doing any further business in the future. So when you see this kind of article from In Touch, it basically says Meghan Harry's $1 million empire collapses, destroyed by greed. And what kind of greed? They were acting like billionaires. The reckless royals lost everything and everyone over their obsession with money and power. Now Harry is desperate for a way out, and this is exactly what Neil Sean, he also alluded to. What he basically said about Meghan and Harry and Harry's situation, and when he found out that Meghan Markle brand or the American Riviera is a complete disaster, is only going to bring more losses, this is what he said. What's fascinating is that Harry apparently has now just been pointed out very nicely and tactfully, one might say, exactly how much this latest debacle has cost, means the American Riviera failure. So Harry is now all of a sudden realizing, wait a second, my wife is a douchebag. Whatever she is running, she needs to stop, because we're going to go bankrupt and we will be in debt, millions of dollars. So you might think, he said, Neil Sean, well, you know what would it cost? There is a lot of advisors and people, designers, that sort of stuff. Even the labels of jam, you know, they are not just doing these things at home and printed them off on a small printer like you and I. And this is true, because to run a business, any business, it takes money, especially when you are promoting your business to the whole world without even having a product. And the people know from around the world, especially in the States, which has a huge population compared to other developed countries, then you know that you have announced to the world that your business is big and you're spending big amount of money. You have hired advisors, you have hired designers, you have hired so many other staffers and people. Of course, it all cost you money. Therefore, right now, Harry's situation is absolutely desperate. He is seeing that, well, my wife has ruined it all. She wrecked it all. And what we also find out from her, Angela Levine, let's take a listen what she is saying here.
But then you come to whether he should have his other brothers' children and Prince Andrew's daughters. And that's very difficult, because you don't know whether they, who are quite friendly with Harry, would maybe leak something. But then
I mean, this is exactly the kind of behavior that ruined Harry's life. And thanks to Meghan Markle, who rubbed off on Harry all the bad manners, behaviors, narcissism, for which Harry is now doomed for good. And this is what we want to talk next, because Princess Eugenie, according to this report, she is feeling a lot of pressure to cut ties with Meghan and Harry after the report came out that Harry and Meghan, they bought a piece of land in Portugal. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have not confirmed the rumors. Of course, they did not buy any property in Portugal. This was just a PR stunt. Nevertheless, they have purchased a vacation home in Portugal, but Princess Eugenie is reportedly feeling the heat around her friendship with the royal couple. The alleged property is part of a Costa Terra Golf and Ocean Club, where Eugenie's husband Jack Brooksbank works in marketing and sales for Discovery Land Company, the developer building the luxurious residences. But right now, again, this is going to be a huge stress for Eugenie. Why? Because if her husband did get involved in this purchase of property, quote unquote, by Meghan and Harry in Portugal, and Meghan and Harry cannot pay the money for the property, and then there will be some problem, financial issues between Jack Brooksbank and Meghan and Harry, because he would be obviously asking them to pay, and they will have no money. As we can see that Harry is right now absolutely frustrated with Meghan's brand because it did not pan out. It is a complete failure. How Harry would be known in the world and what will be his legacy? Well, somebody pointed that out in this video.
Top 6 answers on the board. Tell me something people know about Prince Harry.
He's married to Meghan Markle.
Perfect. This is exactly how Harry will be known for. His legacy will be he married the narcissist of our time, and he will have nobody to blame but for himself, because this was his choice. Even today, guys, he is still continuing on this path. He needs to separate, he needs to divorce his wife, this narcissist, ASAP, even though we all know he cannot recover from this loss. Who else believes? I have some comment here from Megan Small. This is what she posted. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle will pull a stunt on the day of Prince William's Earthshot Prize. I believe that, because that's what they do. That's what they have been doing for a very long time, hoping to make some attention, make some bucks. And this time when Prince William will be doing the Earthshot Prize project, of course, Meghan is going to come up with her own PR or try to, her own stunt, if you like, to have some attention and hopefully get some sponsors, make some more noise, empty noises. Now, Harry Meghan's toxic brand has become so toxic that we know recently they have separated their relationship, business relationship. We know that is done deal. Now, according to this expert, PR expert, this is what he has to say. The Sussexes plan to have greater separation in their professional lives as they work on different projects. So Ed Coram James, he's a PR expert, claimed Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's brands are stronger as individuals rather than as a couple. I don't agree with that at all. They have absolutely zero brand, both for Harry and Meghan. They never had any brands. They were not known. I mean, okay, Prince Harry was known because of the monarchy, but Meghan, no, she was not known. She was an obscure figure in Hollywood and everywhere. He said since their marriage, Harry and Meghan have had distinct brands. Really? That brand is based on a duo. But listen to this article, because I think you will see where it is going. Call it, quote, Harry and Meghan, call it the Sussexes, call it whatever you like. And since the famous Oprah interview in which they took a simmering disagreement between themselves and the rest of the royal family and essentially declared all-out war, that brand has been steadily becoming more toxic and thus commercially untenable, to the point where not that many major brands are going to be rushing to write them a large check based on their brand value. They don't have any. When combined, this is where things get very interesting. The Sussexes brand is, from a PR perspective, toxic, but when separate, they have a genuine chance of creating an entirely separate brand with completely different labels. When you put together two liars same time and you make them speak on the same stage and let them travel the whole world to propagate their lies, to spit out even more lies and then more lies and then more lies, Of course, this is what you get. Separation, professional separation. That is not what they have ever wanted. In fact, there is another report that said Meghan Markle promised Prince Harry a dream life in Hollywood, and she promised him that they're going to be absolutely successful and making billions of dollars. However, this separation is professionally has led to speculation regarding their marriage. The marriage is falling apart. It is already done. I don't believe Harry is living with Meghan at the moment or with the children. It is done deal for Harry, and now he doesn't find any help from his family or from Meghan, from Hollywood, no, from nowhere. He is absolutely, I would say right now, gobsmacked. He is absolutely stunned because all of a sudden he's facing the reality. All this time he was living in dream with Meghan Markle's false promises, and now that the reality hitting him really hard, he's like, I don't know what to do, guys. I am totally done. Thank you guys for joining this session. If you have any comment, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.